Change is always harder than staying the same. It takes courage to face yourself in the mirror and look beyond the reflection, to find the you that you should have always been. This quote is from the man Bruce Wayne, or Batman. Now, because the new Spider-Man Far From Home movie came out, what I want to share with you guys is the difference between Batman and Spider-Man to see which one is cooler. It's going to be Batman. I'm going to convince you all why Batman is cooler than Spider-Man, and it's going to be very easy. I've got 3 main points that I want to share with you. Number 1, Batman, or Bruce Wayne, is much more intelligent than Peter Parker Spider-Man. One reason that I believe that, Batman has 12 master's degrees. Who the heck does that? I'm finishing up my bachelor's degree right now, and I am done. I want nothing else to do with school. I'll take a nice long break before I even consider 1 master's degree, let alone 12. Peter Parker hasn't even finished his master's degree. He is a very intelligent person, I will give him that. And he knows how to get through school and knows his science. He's been able to create a lot of great things. But compared to Batman, he stands no match. Bruce Wayne also has mastered over 127 different fighting styles. Both of these facts you can look up on IGN.com, and you will see that I am telling you the truth. Batman has studied and mastered 127 fighting styles. It's crazy. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have a lot of UFC fighters, a couple of UFC champions. They have maybe mastered 1 or 2. And they're in their 30s, 40s. It's crazy. Now, compare that back to Spider-Man. Spider-Man in the comics, if you look at MarvelFandom.com, we'll see that he has only mastered 1 fighting style. And that 1 fighting style he created. And that is all because of his superpowers. They are all based and focused on his superpowers. Without that, his fighting style is invalid. It won't work. So, I'm raising that bar a little bit already. Dropping his down. The second reason why Batman is cooler than Spider-Man. Batman has a greater sense of determination and sheer will. His motivation is unmatched compared to anyone in the DC or Marvel universe, especially that of Spider-Man. Batman, when he was young, we've seen it in every single Batman movie, tragically lost his parents to a murder. Spider-Man caused a murder in his family. It was because after Spider-Man got his powers, made Uncle Ben really mad, walked away in a tough New York street, Uncle Ben got killed. Spider-Man takes that on himself. That was his fault, he feels. Where Batman has taken this tragedy, the anger, the frustration, the fear that has come from that, and he has now taken that as motivation to project on his villains. He takes that fear of the Batman persona and throws that back at the villains that he fights. Where Spider-Man, he's just a good young kid who feels bad about what he did that caused a tragedy in his life. And now he's out there trying to rectify that. One thing that proves the motivation and the determination of these two, when Batman gets hurt or loses to a villain, which happens all the time in the comics. Bane, for instance, Bane broke his back. Batman came back from that. He came back stronger and was able to learn and study all the tactics and every aspect of Bane to come back stronger and to beat him relatively easy after that. Where Spider-Man, he lets that guilt and that fear weigh him down. There have been many times where he has lost, and he's lost hard. And he is not able to get his powers back. He simply loses his powers. Going back to the fighting, if Spider-Man loses his powers, his way of the spider fighting technique is gone. He's not a superhero anymore. He is back to his normal self. We've seen it in the movies, we've seen it in the comics. His motivation and his determination to get back up and fight can fail him, which means his powers will fail him. So again, we're down to here. I'm moving that scale even higher for you. The last and probably the most important aspect of what makes Batman the man over Spider-Man is the fact that Bruce Wayne is a sheer human being. Plain and simple. He has no powers. Spider-Man was bitten by a spider, and now he's at the point where he's got a little extra boost. He's got some help. So, here are 3 reasons to prove why Batman's simple fact that he's a human being is going to excel him into the realm of the greatest superhero compared to Spider-Man. Number 1, again, he has no powers, which means everything is on his own. I want you all to go look up the Batman stats, say, what are Batman's top lifts? Batman can bench over 1,000 pounds. The world record holder for the bench press just barely did that not too long ago. So, there is someone as strong as Batman now, which proves the fact that he can be matched. Batman is just a human in peak physical shape who can lift all the time and go out and kick butt at night. Another thing that proves him being a human being, or that he's just a better human being, is the fact that Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. Some of it was inherited, but the rest of it was earned and fought for the same way he earned and fought for those 12 master's degrees that I pointed out earlier. He's able to build that wealth and expand the Wayne Enterprise company. And the other thing that makes Batman just an overall better human is he's always got contingencies. He's always a planner and always looking for the future. He is that man in the quote, staring himself in the mirror, looking past the reflection, and finding the person who he should have been. Always improving, always becoming better. I hope, there is no hope actually, I know that I have convinced many of you, Batman is sheer top performance superhero compared to Spider-Man. I hope you can see the facts there because he is my all-time favorite. He's somebody that we can relate to in certain aspects. And I love reading and learning about Batman. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed the last week of our semester. Thanks, everyone.